Yeah, it's spinning around.
Go, Lou.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm almost ready. Hey, where's my wine? I thought my wine was right here.
It's right there.
Hey, what does a girl have to do to get a box of wine around here? What? I said, what does a girl have to do to get a box of wine around here?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll do anything.
All right,
I'll do it in 47 seconds.
let's do this. Big girls don't cry.
No, they don't.
They never do. Why would we? Everything is working so well for us. Let's go.
It's hard not to dance, isn't it? Isn't it just so hard not to get up and dance
That's such a
around
good song.
the
It's
trim?
catchy.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And Lou wrote it.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
You did good.
Yeah. Welcome. Thank you for coming back. Thank you so much for coming back to Big Girls Don't Cry. We love you. We don't have a lot of fans. In fact, we know each and every one of you. And we're really grateful for you. So
Amber Chapman's on.
right on, Amber. You know,
Yay.
we really don't care how many people are listening, but we notice who you are. We see your names every week. We love you. And we are having so much fun doing this. We look forward all week to Wednesday night. So here we are, my beautiful co-host, Miss Amber Rose.
Hello.
Right on there. There's Lou, my favorite husband so far. My awesome producer, co-star, Mike Vinn. Simplified.
Promotion.
Yeah, I always give you a promotion.
Co-host.
You're going to be the owner of the whole goddamn thing by next week. The star of the show, Mike Vinn, and his big shalong. Hello.
Can't keep it in my shoulders.
I like that. You know what? Next week, Mike, you know what? You could have that promotion if you were a banana hugger next week.
What's a guy got to do to get a promotion
It's
around
like,
here?
not much. We got to be careful, you guys. I got a letter from Gersh, that letter, and it said, you know, and it
Tell
said,
that
I
story.
got a letter from Gersh, my agency, and they said it was a sexual harassment letter. And I texted my agents, like, was this for me? Or it was just a
I was
blanket
there.
going out to everyone. And they go, no, it's for everyone. What are you talking about? Like, well, I just thought maybe you heard something. What have you been doing? What have you been doing, Vicki? Valentine and Joe, they were freaked out. What have you been doing? Like, super serious. I go, what do you mean? I just might squeeze a doorman's ass now and then, you know, or,
She
you know.
said, I didn't get far in my career not to be able to flirt with the waiters.
That's
you
what
know?
I said.
Yeah.
I said I worked 22 years to be a headliner. You tell me I can't grab a opener's ass?
Look, if I had a nickel for every time Vicki grabbed my ass on stage, I'd have about 47 nickels.
That's absolutely right, Mike.
That's a lot of money.
And
That's
I
a lot
mean,
of nickels.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just saying, they're like freaked out when I'm telling them this. They go, "Oh, you cannot act like that anymore. It's over." I'm like, "You mean? Are you saying lose is the last ass I am gonna grab after all this work?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I don't think so." And I don't. So I see. I bought an umbrella. Mike, you should sue me, bitch. Especially right now during COVID. 47 times $1 million policy. In case anybody takes.
Oh, $1 million policy?
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I going to do until you get another trailer?
Mike, did I hurt you and frighten you with all that ass pinching? Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm scared.
So you got to go and you got to what do you call it? Cancel me and sue me right now. It is crazy, isn't it? I don't know about you guys, but does anyone else have a hurricane named after them?
No. Hurricane Vicki.
Unbelievable. Hurricane Vicki. I don't remember Hurricane Vicki ever in my life.
No, it's exciting.
And she is off Brazil and Africa at 21 and 28 longitude latitude or something
I
like
looked
that
it up.
shit. We didn't
I'm
understand.
fired off of
We don't-
looking up.
no.
It looks like it's in between Brazil and
Mike,
Africa.
can
kind
you
of
see
like
where she
Cuba.
is, Mike?
I'm going to guess that she's in the trailer park tearing it up in the Midwest somewhere.
She's having a blast.
That always cracks me up. You guys, you ever see that? Like you see the news, like hurricane or flood takes out a hurricane takes out a whole community, you know, or and you just run to because Belfield Estates, and you run to the TV. I do that all the time. You know, what the fuck? That's a big tornado, big hurricane, and then you find out Belfield Estates is a trailer park. You know, because they never name trailer parks like they should. You know, like maybe Section 8 estates. That would be good.
They try to pretend that they're not what they are.
Yeah,
It's,
it sounds
it's like
good.
so hoity-toity.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so embarrassing. I just really am over that. Give me a real trailer park name. So Vicki is on the way.
Yeah.
And what's that other one that's hitting now? Stupid name, like
Laura.
Laura. No, it's not Laura.
Oh.
Laura was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
The new one is something. Does anyone know?
Sandy.
Six.
Sandy's back.
we had a Sandy already.
I know they rotate them, and
Yeah.
if it's like way too bad, then they'll drop that name out of rotation.
Well, this one was that slow moving one. Poor people. I'm sorry for you guys out there, all through Alabama and stuff. We've been watching on the news. It's so terrifying. So, it's just, again, they need to up the hurricane names.
Sally.
It's Sally. Sally. Nobody cares about Sally. Nobody got out there. But that's why I always say Jeffrey Dahmer. But Vicki, that will scare the shit out of a lot of my ex-husbands. They will tell you. My ex-husband say, "Bitch, move."
She's coming.
We're talking about this week with COVID. We all talk about everything, but I'm not political, you guys, right?
No.
I don't want to be there. I just feel like I'm an observer of everything, and my heart is in the middle of just wanting everyone to get along. But I have to say, last night, I could not. This is too much of a goal. President Trump, he was on an interview with, I think, George Papadopoulos or something at a town hall, and he said,
And the guy from Webster?
"Yeah, the guy from Webster." Yes.
Hilarious.
And President Trump said that the disease, that COVID, is just going to go away. And the host goes, "It's just going to go away." He said, "Absolutely, it's just going to go away because it will, because we're going to get herd humanity." And then he goes, "No, I mean herd humanity."
And why does it even hurt humanity?
Well, he just, if I was then I would always go around going turd humanity. I would never remember the words, but no, he said turd mentality.
Turd
Sorry,
mentality.
he goes, it's turd mentality.
Herd mentality, yeah.
I mean herd mentality
That's funny.
instead of turd immunity, turd immunity or herd immunity. But that was to me, just because I love poop jokes.
Poop jokes
Give
are
me a
hilarious.
poop joke. You know what? I think if the country is struggling, we need a president who will give us turd humanity, turd mentality.
Yeah, I like
Because
a
it's so
good
fucking
poop joke and a fart joke. I'm so sucker for silly.
It's
Oh,
well placed, yeah.
yeah. When I was little, my uncle taught me how to make fart in a bottle. Do you all know how?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell everybody out there because it's really fun, especially now we're looking for laughs and giggles.
Pen and paper ready.
Yeah, get your pen ready. Exactly. I'll put this up on my website. To make fart in a bottle, you get a Dawn dishwashing, the smaller size, the regular dishwashing bottle, not the refill, the regular size, okay? Then you make a hole in the top, okay? You empty out the Dawn. You make a hole in the top. You take a string and about a 3-inch nail, okay? You tie the string around the nail head, and then you run that up through that top of the Dawn dishwashing thing, or dishwashing bottle thing, the top that you put the hole through. Then you knot it off. Now you have this nail hanging down in this empty dishwashing bottle, all by itself on a string, okay? Now you come up to anyone and you squeeze it. It makes the best fart sound. Unfailing.
This is the stuff kids don't make anymore because
Right.
they're on video games. My kids would totally be
They
figuring out how
fart
to
in a
make.
bottle.
How, you know what I mean? Like when I was
Yeah,
growing
no,
up, I
whoopee
made
cushions.
stuff. Yeah,
Right.
whoopee cushions are my favorite.
But
I
yeah.
got banned from those. I got in trouble for whoopee cushions. I was over whoopee cushions in my class.
Oh.
Just put it on a PlayStation. He'll love it.
Oh, you put fart in a bottle on a PlayStation.
Then they'll learn how to make it.
But it's a really fun thing, and it's real simple. When we were little, we
make it next week?
could make fart in a bottle and show people exactly how to
Look
do
at
it.
Archie Crafts Day.
Archie
Well, I
Crafts
just
Day.
want to let you know, my Uncle Bob is not coming today, and my Uncle Bob is famous for his farts. And no.
He doesn't need no
No,
bottle.
no. Not really. He loves fart. He had a fart machine.
Right.
And anytime he answered the phone with someone he didn't want to talk to, he'd push his fart machine. And my uncle's like, so when Bob's on, Bob had an anxiety attack and couldn't make it
Yeah, he freaked out.
Yeah,
He was up all last night. All night.
playing the ukulele, practicing.
He even did a practice session with
Yeah.
his family. Amber's
Yeah.
family. At a,
My
a party.
dad fake interviewed Bob and asked him a couple questions, and he was hilarious. We did like a mock Vicki. My dad was playing Vicki, which was very funny. And it was cute. We go,
Let's get
okay,
that
Bob.
wig on.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, his makeup looks so good.
Her dad is super smoking hot.
Yeah,
too, I'll
he's
tell you.
cute. My dad's
I wish I was that pretty.
Yeah, my dad's cute. And so we did a mock-up for Bob, and we had to give him a full pep talk. Everyone's involved in Bob being here. And he goes, it's a lot of pressure. I go, Bob, it's 2 chairs and a computer. You won't even notice it. He'll be fine. And so his one-liners is so funny. So my Uncle Bob's up, but maybe we could do part with Uncle Bob.
He's lived in a tree for 40 years. It's not like he could just come out and be social. It's going to take a while to get him back
Yeah,
into
we need to drink with him first.
Yeah.
We probably definitely just need to. That's Mike.
Well, he's a hippie vegan. Listen, he hikes like 3 miles a day, 4 miles. He really is in really good shape.
We can smoke weed.
Yeah, he can. He does. Trust me. And he burns a lot of sage. And he's gonna be so funny.
It's fun. I don't like to push anybody to do something that they don't want to do.
I just know he will.
Yeah.
When I know him so well, he's gonna love this.
Yeah.
He's born funny. He just has it. I mean, everything he says, he doesn't speak much, and everything he says is funny.
That's awesome.
I love that. Yeah.
So I got a little nuts this week, you guys.
Yeah.
I had not been down to Rosarito, Mexico for a long time.
Yeah.
A friend of mine has a place down there. So it's very difficult to get over the border. But he lives there, so I had the residence pass. And so I went down. Lou would not go because he will never go to Mexico. Oh, they do have his teeth done. But he won't go.
Mexico's not letting us in there?
No. Mike.
They're going to build El Wall?
Yeah, they're building El Wall.
Keeping us out?
We are no longer allowed.
We're not allowed anywhere. Wow.
They finally built the wall.
We can't go to Canada.
They can't go
They
anywhere.
probably paid for it.
They paid for it. They're not gonna let us in. They're like,
Keep them out.
that's funny.
You have to know somebody to get into Mexico. It's like a fucking fancy bar in Los Angeles. The line is long, and you got to know the guy at the front. So, a friend gave me a residence thing, and I got to go down. And what happened was, I had a really great time at Fabulous Lobster. It was just like a dream. And I came back, and my ATM did not work. I did not bring enough cash, and I bought a bunch of crap. And then I'm coming back, and there's toll booths. It's like $1.60, $3.60. It goes down to $1.60, 85 cents. The second toll booth, by then I'd run out of cash. My ATM didn't work in Mexico, money, and I have to get home. And there I am. So I pulled my car aside, and I'm not kidding you. I went up to these cars that were in line, and I knocked on their window, and I said, "Sugar-free gum, carefree." Gum, and these little kids are like selling chiclets and shit, and they're like tiny little kids, and I'm knocking them out of the fucking way with my big ass. Bitch, I gotta get 80 cents. And people are like, what the fuck are you doing? I go, literally, my ATM card, I need to get home, I need to get through this toll booth. Bitch gave me enough cash, and these poor little kids are like, we're never gonna get any money today. That bitch taking all my money.
The next time that happens, you gotta film it.
He wouldn't go.
Oh,
Mike can't go. He will not go. The only way you can get glued out of Mexico is tell him he's going to get some free teeth. We went to Abandagas to get his implants. We went 3 times. He got all his implants down there. But that's a different thing. You go, you get your teeth, you see the dentist, you come back. He doesn't want to go hang out and have a beautiful time at Rosarito Beach and have lobster. Oh, no.
I'm scared of Mexico. I've been robbed there like 3 times by the police.
Well, I just, you
yeah,
know what?
exactly.
No, I have. I really have been robbed by the police.
I just had to get away, and my friend.
No, I don't know what it was. We were the last time we were in a car that was it was a really nice new Forerunner, and it was my friends or families from Mexico, but they're born here and they speak fluent Spanish.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
I think I'm like golden. And the police pull us over for not using a blinker. They said.
Right.
And they said if we don't want to go to jail, it's $200 a person. It's literally all the money I had. I mean, I didn't bring much. It was like a day trip. So we all had to give them $200 each. And I was just like, God, it was just like a shakedown. And
Yeah, but it used to be like $20. How long ago was this?
this was actually a long time ago.
Really?
14 years ago, yeah.
One time I
Before I had kids.
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
Wait, now when you were in the Marine Corps, was it banned to go to Mexico at that time, Mike?
Yeah, we weren't supposed to go. We still did it.
You did
I mean, yeah, I got in trouble coming back across the border. I got snatched up by the Yankees.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, one guy got away. But I looked young, so they didn't believe anything I had to say. Like, I was like, I'm an STSU student. I go to San Diego State. I'm not. They're like, no, come on.
They knew?
They knew. They cuffed me.
Look at this. I mean, the haircut.
Come on.
Mike would not have had that haircut if he was at SDSU.
No, I would have had this haircut.
Yeah.
Which is very similar, but still. Yeah, we used to go there all the time. One time, my buddy, we went across the border, and his watch got stolen. And on the way back, these kids tried to sell his watch back to me.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
I'm like, give him the $20 and get your watch back.
I've had such great times. My parents and my brother and I, every Christmas Eve, we'd go down to Tijuana Tilly's. It's a very famous bar in Tijuana. And we'd take our family photo for the Christmas, and the guy would come over with a big camera, and we'd all flip off the camera.
Oh,
And that was our family photo for like 10 years in a row.
That's actually cute.
It was fun. But one time I got shook down with like over in Kathy. We'd been to Highlight, watching Highlight, and then this guy on a motorcycle, she made an illegal U-turn in Tijuana. Motorcycle cop pulls us over. He goes, "You're in a lot of trouble." And she goes, "What do you need?" He goes, "Some money." He puts out his hand, and he points to his little box on his motorcycle thing, and he goes, "How much you have?" She said $63. Showed it to him. He said, "Put it in there." She put $1 in there, shut it. And did we leave Mexico that night?
Yeah.
No. We went back to the bars. We partied all night.
my
No,
God.
I know. Stupid. That's what you do when you're 20 years old.
Oh my
And you're
God.
an idiot.
Well, I mean, you
I'm
gotta
I'm
have
a
it for
wimp.
$1.
I found out
Yeah.
I'm pretty wimpy. I'm super ballsy in the most unbelievable situations. I'm the toughest, ballsiest girl, but when it comes to that kind of
Good
stuff,
idea.
I'm a real wimpy girl.
Good idea. I mean, thinking back,
I'm like a
oh my
wimp.
God.
No.
No, it's the stupidest thing I ever did. One of the
You
10.
don't want to risk it.
No.
I'm like pervert men. God, I'm like useless. But if someone needs me or something's happening to
Yes.
someone, I'm like, I have a cape. I'm like there for the rescue. When it happens to me, I'm like useless. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm actually disappointed in myself. I was getting harassed at Walmart with my kids. I was super. It's a crazy story. And I was the most useless.
What happened?
You wouldn't believe this.
Tell a story.
Yeah, we believe it.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. This is a really crazy story. I actually never.
I've had some homeless dude chase my friend with his big guy. Cool torches.
Okay. I have some more to that too.
Why doesn't that ever happen to me?
I have crazy stories. This is a really intense story. I'm fine. It's just an intense story. When I was 9, I was kidnapped in Huntington Beach. It was Halloween, and I remember telling my dad, this guy who I was doing it was Halloween. I was dressed up as Dolly Parton. Not the best idea. So
Do you have gigantic tits?
no, I didn't.
Oh.
I actually did that day. Not at.
You took
I
the
didn't
tits
take
off.
I took the tits off, but I had my pink
How did you make your
boots.
tits?
My mom stuffed them for a contest.
Okay.
When we got to Bullwinkle's is where we were. I did no longer have my tits in. I won, by the way. And I had a jean skirt on. I looked like a cowgirl is really what I looked like, right? My wig was crooked and it was just a mess. And it was a fun costume. But I didn't look sexual. I was a kid. I was 9.
Well, to you
To
didn't
you.
look sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even
The
just
pervert.
yeah, well, yeah. But I'm just saying, I clearly look nice. So I'm doing and I'm at Bullwinkle's. I'm doing the skee ball.
Right.
And he gets on his knees behind me. He starts to show me because I'm little.
Yeah.
And I he kept pushing me into his lap.
Ooh.
And I didn't know
Oh.
what, you know what I mean? It was definitely a humping situation. And with how they moved the arcades, because they had anyways, they had like a maze. I ran and told my dad, someone keeps grabbing me. Now, my parents thought I was a kid. I didn't clearly say
An adult.
a grown man. So my dad goes, let me just go check on Amber. And he's watching and saw the, in between the arcade, he can't squeeze to get me. He sees it happening. Well, I decide to run into the haunted mansion to hide. So dumb. So I run into the haunted mansion.
Dumb.
It was like,
It's a good
Oh,
idea.
yeah, you gotta hide.
well, and from the sky, and he followed me in. And it's a maze. It's a maze to get out. So now here I am with the kidnapper.
Amber.
And I clearly know this is a kidnapper. And it's not human. It's like fake, like boxes. You know, they're like things that jump out.
So there's nobody in there to help you.
No.
You're like in a horror movie.
I'm in a horror movie, and I know I am. It's a short thing. It's not very long. So he get out, and he's kind of holding my hand and trying to protect me from it. And then he keeps touching me. I'm like, leave me alone. So now we're out, and he goes, "Oh, I saw your dad. I saw your mom," because he saw me talking to him.
Right.
Come with me. Come with me. I go, "Oh, good. Thank God."
You didn't take me to my parents.
And I grabbed his hand and went out the exit door
Oh shit.
into the parking lot. The good news was my parents now know I'm in harm's. So they're looking everywhere. Now the manager's blocking the exit entrance,
That you don't
but
know.
I went out the door.
Oh, because
So
the
they're
guy's
thinking
done
no one's
four
coming in
properties.
and out. We're good. So they're thinking I'm in the building.
Right.
My dad is running in circles, is not very busy, knowing that my daughter is not in here, and decides to go outside. Well, we went out and it's by the bumper cars and stuff, and he's trying to find his car. Come, you're there in the. He didn't speak very good English. And tell me where my.
You're about to get trafficked.
Oh, I was about to be in his car. Yeah, and so I'm and he's holding. I'm kind of. I just remember, and I remember see him far away in the parking lot screaming my name, and I screamed, and he kind of let me go. And let's just say the guy's lucky to be alive. My father, the guy was blue. That's how much my dad almost killed him.
Wow.
And I had a court date and the whole thing, and it's the longest story. But anyways, and I went to.
came then, arrested him.
Oh yeah. And so we were on trial. Went to trial to point him out. That was one of the hardest things I did. I was 9 years old.
Oh.
And my school, I went to a private school. I went to a school called Cardin. His lawyers went to my school and asked for all my reports to see if I over-exaggerated. And I had a report that my grandfather had a Purple Heart and jumped into a shark-infested waters. And on trial, they asked if that was true. And my mom was livid that they had all these reports on me. I mean, my mom and dad were like, how's my daughter on trial?
Right.
They wanted to see the outfit I wore.
Yeah, you're just like a little.
I mean, I just
That's-
horrible. And then they said, she over-exaggerates. She's probably over-exaggerating. Look at her report. We had to stop trial. My mom had to go home to our house and find. She looked at and she had the actual newspaper to prove that her father really did jump in. And needless to say, he got off, and he had 5
He got
daughters.
off?
Got off.
Why did he get off?
I don't know. And
Because they don't care
it
about
was,
women.
and this is in the
Hey, I'm
80s.
This was
sorry.
also back in the day when
This is
you
the
could get
80s.
off.
And you could do
Yeah.
anything you want to kids and
And
women
it
back
just,
in the day.
I just,
even
my
now.
parents handled it really well. I learned a lot. I really did come out stronger. I learned a lot. Fast forward, a few weeks ago, I'm not exaggerating, in Huntington Beach, same city, I'm at Walmart, and he's there.
What?
Swear to God. But he's doing the same thing. I'm looking at bikinis because I really love Walmart's plus size bikini.
Oh, you got a cute one today.
Yeah, I did. And I'm stretching them out to see if they're stretchy. I have a thing. Okay, this is how it started. I'm a Target girl. Burger King came out with a vegan burger, and I had to try it.
Yeah, the Impossible Wall.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. Okay, so I've been calling around, and we don't have a Burger King in my neighborhood. Come to find out, it was Huntington Beach. I've been circling, looking for the stupid Burger King. I finally called. I go, we're inside Walmart. I go,
Oh,
there you are.
right.
So I order that thing. Now I don't leave my kids by my side at all. We order the Whoppers. My kids didn't really want to be on their phones. So right next to, literally the Burger King inside Walmart is the bikini section. I mean, my
Right.
kids are as close as Louis.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying and here he comes behind me. And he starts to bump into me and do all this same shit. Now, I don't realize it's him for a second. I don't think he knew it was me. Clearly, this is something
Amber,
he
this
does.
is 20 years later.
Something he clearly does all the time. More than
Then you wrote Justice Dolly Parton.
So this was 30 years later.
Yeah.
Mind you, he looks the same. He's probably 70s.
Oh, he's
Wow.
a kid.
He literally was bumping into me, and we made eye contact, and no one understands how useless I was. I was a 9-year-old little girl
Oh,
again.
yeah, and the PTSD kicked.
I
in.
just didn't do anything. My kids are sitting there, and I just want to get out of there. I literally was about to run into a haunted mansion in my head. You know what I mean? Like I was gonna run in the bathroom.
The Halloween section.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was like, how does this happen to me? So, out of God, there's a lady named Nanette. She's a banker. She was my grandma's banker. Persian lady, kind of a tough bitch. I mean, I love Nanette. You just don't mess with Nanette. Amber, and I look at Nanette and I go, Nanette, help. I was
Whoa.
really useless.
Whoa.
I didn't get security. I didn't get help. I didn't say anything. This just happened too. She goes,
Oh.
what's wrong? I go, this guy, and I didn't explain. I sound crazy. That's why I kidnapped her.
Right.
And so she was following me. So we're shopping. I get my kids. We are stupid about the Burger King thing. And I'm walking out with her, and he's following me, and
Oh my God.
to my car, and she knows this, so she's behind me as like a backup, and she got right in his face. She goes, "Get out of here!" And she starts yelling at him, and I got my car shaking. My kids are like, "What happened?" So I have no idea how this came up, but needless to say, I am useless in certain situations that I'm so good at. If that was someone else having that situation, I would have kicked his butt. But when it was me,
Yeah.
why was I so? I was really disappointed. At.
Well, I mean, you could break it down to where you saw it was him.
Yeah,
person from
It was.
your childhood,
It was.
It
and that
just
brought you
reminded
back to him.
Well,
being a child.
and then I
again.
left everyone there with this crazy man.
Oh
I
my
wanted
God.
to. I should have told the security guards. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I was
Yeah, but
actually
you
mad at
needed to
myself.
Get the fuck out of
I also thought they're gonna think I'm crazy.
I would think that too. I'd go, and am I right? Is it really the same? You know what I mean? Like it's
It
all
was-
going through your head.
It
but
was.
yes,
It was definitely him.
Amazing.
And you know what? As I was driving off, we were probably about a mile from where I.
Oh
So
my
it's a
God.
stomping ground.
That's a stopping.
So bizarre.
That's where he
horrible.
goes, and he looks the same.
And
I mean,
exactly
look
what
over.
Walmart is because I
Right
have
to
nothing
be
to do with it. Oh, my God. That bitch probably wouldn't even help me.
You know what? Let's go back over there and like we'll put you as like a decoy.
And Mike, you beat the fuck out
No,
of it.
no. If he starts molesting her, I'll start molesting him.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Oh my God, that
I'll
would
just
be
start,
really
like, grabbing
fun.
his hand, like, come on,
Amber,
man.
we could
Come
get
on.
your moment back.
I have
there.
not been.
Come on, man.
I actually, Walmart has. I went to the Walmart by your house. Has such amazing deals and they have such a good plus size section. I had no idea, and that's the only Walmart by my house is where the pervert is. And that's great.
I don't blame you, but we could go together and try.
But
You know, we'd have to like that'd be so like it's so freaky.
I
that
mean,
you
it
actually run
sounds.
into him.
I have a lot of stories where I had to learn that I actually sound crazy. I know some crazy people when they tell me their stories. They might be true, they might not be. I can't sound like a crazy lady.
Amber,
That's my kidnapper.
I
You know me, but if you didn't know me, I told
actually
you that story.
I didn't want to tell you midway through, but your mother had told me that story.
Oh,
But
really?
I wanted to hear it like completely out of your mouth.
What did my
again.
mom say? We
Basically
never
the
talked
same thing.
We never talked about
She
that.
told me about it. You know, we did a
Yeah.
lot of road trips. We had
Yeah.
a lot of hours.
I mean,
with-
that's interesting because it was just kind of
Yeah.
we just kind of let it go,
Right.
but in a good way. My parents didn't make me like a victim to it. Right?
No.
And I felt like that was a healthy
Right.
way to handle it. It wasn't that I couldn't talk
How
about it.
beautifully God sent you that woman. Because I really think that
Nanette has no idea, and this is even funnier. So Nanette is actually our banker. She's at Wells Fargo. She's now Farmers Merchant, but she was my banker. So I've been in business for 20 years. This is so cute, and I've only been at Farmers Merchant for a little over a year. I'm still with Wells Fargo, but all my friends who go to Farmers Merchant, they all left the Wells Fargo private bank, went to Farmers Merchant, and my grandma had banked with them, even though we were not wealthy. They just like my grandma.
they were far.
No, but Farmers Merchant is a nice little tiny. They do bake cookies. It's a cute little bank. So I said, I'm going to bank. By the way, best thing I did because when COVID hit, they were actually only ones to help because Wells Fargo didn't help me. So last year,
Big banks doesn't have anybody.
they don't have any. So when I made you got to realize she's been banking with me. She opened my account 20 years ago. She pulled me aside and goes, Amber, honey, you cannot bounce checks here. You have to make sure all the checks have the right. I used to write checks and nothing. The numbers didn't write it was a scribble scrabble. I'm now so organized. You have no idea how far I've come. Like my business is successful, but she was really worried to take us on. She like pulled me over like an auntie. And was like, listen,
can
this
you
is
handle
this
this
big.
bag?
Yeah,
This is for real.
Yeah, this is for
There's
real.
no
Like,
second chances here,
You
Mama.
can't be calling me. She used to call me and go, your account's negative. If you put money in the bank today, I won't charge you anything. And she's
Right.
like, help me. And she was so, I was like her.
But she's like, here you go. You know what I love though, that she showed up at that very moment for you. Do you think that, like, I
I
always
didn't know
think
she
that
shopped at Walmart.
I always think that God does that. Whoever God is,
There is absolutely.
everybody has their own idea of who God is, but it happens to me so often that I stop being surprised by it anymore. I just be grateful. I say, thank you, God. I know that wasn't random that happened right there at that
And
point.
why did I have to see him? And my kids are 8 and 9.
Right.
So that was interesting. You got to. I was 9 when I got kidnapped, and my kids are 8 and 9. To
Yeah.
me, that was a sign from God to
Yeah,
don't.
weird.
Man, you
And that's the first time I left them.
yeah.
I mean, they didn't really. I could see them, right? But I
Yeah.
kind of walked farther away. My kids are. They have glued to my hip.
I think like you must hate like for me as a grandma when I first would take like when I take my own kids to Chuck E. Cheese and stuff, the most annoying thing I thought was they only had like a 1 glass of wine maximum, you know,
Mhm.
and then you had to like walk a line to see if they could give you another glass. So that annoyed me about Chuck E. Cheese. But when I first went there, I'm like, if I was a pervert, where would I go? Chuck? Oh my god, I was never
At
enjoying
least
it.
Chuck E. Cheese did
Right.
the numbers.
Yeah,
On your arm.
and there was
Like,
a
my mom used to say
right,
that.
so,
The Jews
right.
were Jewish.
But after a few years, I'm like, oh, screw it. I would just have my book, and I'm like, have a great time. I don't
But at
even
least
know.
at Chuck E. Cheese, they
Yeah.
give you up and they don't let you
But
leave.
Bullwinkle's
But
was.
Bullwinkle's didn't give it. They were like,
But all those places like that. What is that place with the Great Bear
their
Lodge?
Yeah.
Again, if I was a perv, Disney cruises are notorious.
Are they really?
Oh my God, look it up. My daughters get so mad at me because they love Disney. We want to go on a Disney. Well, good, because just look it up. They're registered out of like, you know, Barbados, who knows where, and
So they don't get any trouble. They have
no, and it's
And
like,
you know
that's
what?
not
They
you
should
wanna do.
actually look up. You could look people's names as if they're sex offenders before they get on a ship. If that's it, if I own Disney, I would actually want to screen people.
The international people that are working all over that
Oh,
boat,
they
they're
don't
not
care.
like, you know, whatever.
I have one more crazy international story. Can I tell it real quick?
Yes.
I'm taking over today. So, hello, my name's Amber. Actually, I have lost. I'm doing this book that Vicki was telling me about. It's actually one of my clients, and I've lost a little weight, so I was worried that you guys might not recognize me. Maybe I lost 3 pounds.
It's not like we're not into Big Girls Don't Cry because we love it.
We love it. I told her I have a sweet spot.
3 weeks ago, I weighed and I'm like, I got to do something. And I went, oh, this is the plan that I did because I love
It's
to
so
eat.
easy.
And just
to
eat to live and
It's
just
awesome.
eat lots of food, vegetables, and just. So I'm very grateful to be back on it. And I feel so much better in the last 3 weeks.
She looks so good. I went, you know what? I'm going to do
I
this.
don't look good.
You
I
do.
feel better.
And no, you do. It's just there's this flow. That's the thing. As a big girl, I totally understand. I love being a big girl, but I have this sweet spot when I know when my jeans
Yes,
fit a little
yes.
better, and my double chin's not so puffy.
Right.
I feel good in my clothes. Where everything I have is stretchy. I mean, I
Right.
want to wear jeans. When
Right.
I'm wearing jeans, you guys know I think I'm skinny. That's my
Right.
code, skinny. Don't think of it. But I have a cute story. About overseas. One of my best friends, we up with her boyfriend. Her mom is very nice. She goes, "You girls are going to go to not Turks and Caicos, Antigua. I booked you all."
She's like, not Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
Oh, not
No,
this week.
You know it's
And
fancy.
she
but
knows
I've
that
never heard of
shit.
this country.
So it's called Antigua.
So you get right.
And we say, Americans say Antigua. I make it very nice. No gua. Antigua. Just, it's no gua.
Right.
I was saying Antigua when I got there. I got in a lot of trouble. And so it was a 10-day all-exclusive resort. Her mom booked. Her mom is so. And
all you can drink.
I can drink,
Oh my
and even
God.
had a nude beach.
Oh.
So me and Laura go, and we.
A nude beach.
I want to do that.
This is
Yes.
really cool. This is really cool.
Balls
Write
out,
this down.
hammer.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Laura and I went on Lindora because we knew it was like 6 weeks out, and we lost like 25 pounds each. We looked so good at that skinny fat. I
Right,
mean,
right.
everyone else would think we're big, but to us, we were like
Right.
skinny,
Curvy, right?
skinny
Yeah.
minis. Oh,
It's all
wow.
about having a.
It was
Right.
just a tiny waist. Oh
Right.
my God, the pictures from that weekend. And I can't even tell you how good we looked. We
How
lost.
many men did you get?
Oh well, we wish. Let's just say.
Come on, Amber.
Oh, I went. Trust me, we were
Lady
ready.
doesn't kiss and
I
tell.
thought there's a movie called Waiting to
You're right.
Exhale.
Mike. Sorry.
There was a movie called Waiting to Exhale, and I
Yeah.
thought there was going to be all these hot